Oh my lordy, we got ourselves a lot of news to talk about today. A potential release date, new bosses coming to Anime Fighting Simulator, and as well some brand new codes. I'm totally ready. Let's get it. If you want to see more videos, be sure to hit subscribe and ding on the notification bell for more videos every single day. If you've done that, go comment down below #PinkArmy. Let's get this going and enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's going on? Here. Welcome back to another video on the channel, guys. Today we are back in the world of Anime Fighting Simulator. It's a beautiful world, but you know what's even beautifuler, or more beautiful, actually that's not a word, but it's fine. More beautiful is of course a Anime Fighting Simulator update, and we finally today have some news about a release date. As well, of course, we got ourselves a new dungeon boss or storyline boss. We don't really know, of course, which one of the two is. Maybe it's just going to be both, maybe unlock it after the storyline. And as well, of course, today we got ourselves some brand new codes. So let's get started with the boss reveal / the release date of the new season. So on the screen right now, guys, we have ourselves the Emilio tweet, which of course is the admin of Anime Fighting Simulator. Today, guys, he is bringing us some more leaks, sneak peeks, and previews about the new update. So let's get into it. First off, guys, we see ourselves a new boss fight. This, of course, is Overlord. We already knew that he was going to be in the game just because of the reason that he was kind of showcased, teased in a cinematic after you complete storyline 1 before you defeat the boss, which is very, very cool. So over here, we can see Overlord in the background casting some huge spells right now, because you can see some big spell circles in the top. You can see a big spell AoE in the center as well, and I'll show you guys, of course, in the next picture that this is a spell AoE. But what's really, really nice, we can see, of course, that the boss is here. If you guys don't know what Overlord is, Overlord, of course, is an anime. That's the Overlord, the name, and he is called Urgaun. I think it's his anime name, if I pronounce correctly. He has like a very weird name, I'll be honest. But you can, of course, search him up on Google if you want to have a little bit more information about him. But he is going to be another boss. Right now, we can see is a whopping 12,300 HP, but this is with a few people in the dungeon. So I would guess, of course, if you're soloing this, he's around like 3,000 or 4,000 HP health. I think this is going to be his final health, though, because there's never noticed somewhere like that it's not going to be his final numbers. And with the other bosses where we had like a lower number, it was noted this is not the final HP, blah, blah, blah. So this is probably his final HP. It could be 12,300, and that's why they wanted you to do these dungeons with more people. But yeah, right now at the moment, of course, it's 12.3k that we can see right here, which is very, very interesting. More, we can't really see anything besides this blue thing right here. We don't really know what this is, because this is not in the screenshot after this. So this could be a thing you can pick up. This could be a new power, which you can use. So this is something very interesting as well. And we can see a fruit name right there. I think it's maybe something very weird, because if you see the next picture, we can see fruit right there. So I think that's just the character. I mean, just the player, sorry. But they don't have, they probably have their power hidden, I guess, because they don't have the power above their head. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people taken down. So if you would, of course, have 12,300, so we take this 12,300 divided by 4, the boss should have 3k health in total if you're soloing. Of course, this could be more. We don't know how this scaling is going to work, but that's really cool. So if we take a look at this is really nice, but a bit more of the boss area we can see in the second picture, because this is, of course, when they take down the boss, or maybe this is before the boss spawns. We don't really know. So we can see the nice trees in the background, really cool, like snowflake pattern on the bottom, which is very, very cool, which is very nice as well. But what makes me think this is a dungeon, by the way, and this could, of course, be the final boss, so you have to go through a dungeon for the storyline. But if you see right here in the background, there's a very small, so maybe we can zoom in, you know, with like the editing. There's a very small character in the background with a HP bar as well. So I think this is like a first boss, or maybe they just skip some NPCs and you know, like they came through this area to defeat the boss right here. I know it could be both, you know, it could be both. So there's an NPC right there. So I think this is a dungeon, so that's really cool. Furthermore, there's no other information or anything shown in here that gives us some new links. So no new champions, no new otherwise things, which is fine. But of course, the title reads, will you be strong enough to forge your path towards this powerful villain? Of course, this means this probably has to do something with the storyline. I would say this could, of course, just be as well the dungeon. I don't really know. That's, of course, something we're gonna see. But the big post underneath that, though, is gonna be, by the way, we're nearly done with the update. We might be able to publish this week. We're trying our best. So, of course, the thing we might be able to publish this week, we've heard plenty of times, this week is possible, and then it's probably the week afterwards. So, I would not count on this week release, which of course will be in the weekend, because they're never going to release on a weekday, because, you know, people cannot play during the weekday sometimes, so they have school or whatever, or they have to go to family, or, you know, they have their chores. So, I would say it's going to be released in the weekend, and I think it's going to be the week after this week. But, of course, they could surprise and they could bring it out this week. We don't really know, but at least we know it's going to be this week or the week after, which is very, very, very nice. So as well, in this post right here, because it was a comment from Millie as well, they were asking that if it looks great, however, when you look into it, you cannot make any out of the new Champions Power specials. You're rather just showing the dungeon boss a different approach to previous leaks, which showed something extra. This is well true. Like, there's nothing extra in this post besides maybe this blue thing. I don't really know what this is. This could just be something from like the same sword that's shown here. I don't really know. It's kind of weird. And then he says, I took many pictures with the champion and I forgot to put it in one of those. So there is more leaks maybe coming like in the upcoming days, but for now, of course, this is everything we have, which is of course very nice. So this is of course a lot to take in. Another boss, another dungeon, because of course we have the ice dungeon as well with the first Sword Art the Lion boss, so we at least probably have 2 dungeons to explore, which is very, very cool and super exciting, of course. Of course, those are the leaks for today. Of course, let me know what you guys think about this. I hope they're going to be releasing it this week or next week. It's been so long since an update, and I got ourselves a question of the day for you guys to face, because this is something, of course, I've been saying in the past, and sadly, the admins are just not really doing it, or maybe they've never seen it. So I'm going to just ask it again. Of course, you can maybe, like, you know, if you support this idea, maybe you can spread it around a little bit. So I wonder, you know, why do they have to make such big updates? I know, of course, it's really cool to have absolutely everything ready in one go, because of course we're gonna have a new finding pass, we're gonna have a new storyline, we're gonna have the new curse techniques, we're gonna have, of course, the dungeons coming out. It's not gonna be just one dungeon, but 2 dungeons probably. You know, like, there's so much to do in one go. And the thing is, though, it's really cool. I'm super excited for it, but why do they have to cram absolutely everything into one update? That's just the thing I'm wondering. Like, why cannot they not just bring out something when it's done? You know, like every 2-3 weeks, I'm pretty sure you can fix something, you know, like maybe add 1 new champion. I think pretty much that would be a way better way of doing the updates. Like, it would be way less stressful. You just bring it out when it's done and people have something to play instead of waiting 2-3 months for something to come out. I don't know, like maybe that's just me. Let me know, guys, what do you guys think? So the question of the day is going to be, would you guys prefer more often but smaller updates, or do you prefer these very big, super insane updates, but once every like 2, 3, 4 months? Because I think it's been like 3 months since the last one, maybe even 4 by now. I don't really know. I can't even remember when the last one came out. Maybe it's even more than 4. I don't really know. But I would personally like prefer just more often updates, even if it's just like adding a new champion. Like I said, I think that would be very, very cool, just to grind for the champion. Be like, yeah, we got a new champion today, let's do it, instead of, oh, I need to get a champion, I need to do the dungeon, I need to do this and the fighting pass and this and that and this and that, and like and just like 1 week, you know, you have to do absolutely everything. So yeah, I think I would prefer smaller updates and just bring them out when they're done. That would be probably a lot less stress for the admins as well, from people asking like, when is the new update? Is it finally going to be done? You know, how long is it going to take? And then it's more just like, okay, something is going to be released once it's been finished. So yeah, I think that would be a lot easier. But with the updates out of the way, let's get into, of course, the codes. Just going to sell some new codes for you guys to face. By the way, I already redeemed this because this is the second time me recording this video, because the first recording got corrupted. So that's the RIP. So we're going to go ahead and get you guys a few codes. So we're going to get started from the 1 billion visits. By the way, it's not going to be a full up-to-date codes list. I want to maybe make another video on that once the update comes out, because that'll be very nice, of course. We're going to start with the code 1 billion visits. It's going to hook you up with 75,000 Chikara. Then we got ourselves the code TWEX 10k for another 3,000 Chikara. Then we have ourselves code Emperador 2k code for, can you guess it, 2,000 Chikara. Boom, drop that in there. And we have ourselves code 2 millions in group for 30,000 Chikara. Boom. boom, drop that in there. Then we have this code sub2 DefildPlays. This is of course my newest code for 1.5 thousand Chikara. Boom, drop that in there. And then we have this code Emperor Wapo for 1,500 as well. So boom, drop that in there. So those are the older codes. A few of the latest ones that have been added, of course, a few new YouTuber codes are dropped in there. But we got ourselves a brand new code today, which can hook you up with a grand total of 3,000 Chikara, which is very, very nice. So what is the code, you may be asking? You just take Emperador Wapo, our last code, and you just remove the last 4 letters, which is just going to give you guys code Emperor. So use that one for 3,000 Chikara. So again, guys, code Emperor for 3,000 Chikara, and that should be it. So there we have it, guys. The newest update, some new leaks, potential release date for the newest update as well. Like this weekend, maybe next weekend, maybe if they have a lot of issues, another week extra. Let me know, of course, with my question of the day. Would you guys prefer smaller updates, or are you guys a fan of the big ones that they come out with? So I will say, guys, take care. Love you. Bye. Thanks so much for watching, and of course as well, take care.